Very good evening. Welcome on board again on Sunday night. Today's topic is the problem product. And I'm really sure that you might have a confusion about the content of this topic. When I'm calling it problem product, what is the meaning of this or what the lecture is going to be? I actually named this a little bit tricky. The reason is because every problem you see in a practical life of human being needs a solution. And that solution is what I'm calling product. When you have a product to solve a problem of human being, you have a business. You have the monetary value for it. You can sell it, you can cash it up. So that is why we need problem. Businesses, they need problem in the market of their customers so that they can provide solutions. For that solution, they can make the profit. In other words, according to my understanding, in terms of my master's in psychology learning, there is no one in this world without any problem, and there is everyone in this world with problems. And your life is made out of problems. When you clear one problem, the other problem will give you a smile just ahead of you, and you're going to solve that next. And when you solve that one, you're not done. You have the third problem waiting for you to give you the smile again. And you got to solve problems after problem. When you finish solving it, otherwise, when you become not good enough to solve problems, and that is the end of your life. So when you die, only you stop solving problems. Until then, you got to keep solving problems. Certain problems you solve, it is easy for you. It is possible for you to solve it yourself, and some other it is not. That is why you need someone to help you with. Certain problems we have in life, we can solve it, so we don't need anyone to solve that, so we don't need to pay for it. Certain problems we don't know how to solve it, we only know the problem, and the solution is in some other's hand. If they provide you the solution to solve it, you got to pay for it. Example would be if you have some head pain or neck pain, and you know the problem clearly, this is the problem, but you don't know the solution. You don't know whether to take a Panadol or a massage or some rest or some other different treatment. You don't know, but the doctor knows it. So the doctor gives you the solution for it, and you got to pay for it. So you have a problem, he has the solution, he provides that solution, and he makes money. That is how I developed this topic for you tonight, problem and the product. Now, look at this image here. Does the baby have any problem? This is the question. Look at the baby, very nice, cute smile. And he's giving you a smile. He is welcoming you to grab him. You want to hug him, you want to play with him, and so on. And the question is, does this baby have any problem? I don't know what answer you have. If some of you, one of you can't say any answers, does this baby have any problem? Anybody? Yes, okay. Anyone say no? Anyone say no? This baby doesn't look that he has some problem. He doesn't show any problems he has. But the problem is, why does this baby cry then? Babies, they don't have the cry-free life. Mothers, they don't have cry-free babies. If it is the baby, when the baby comes out from the womb of the mother, the first thing they communicate is shouting at the mother, shouting at the doctor, crying. Why? Because they have problems. Nobody cries if you don't have any problem. People, they cry because problem. There are so many other different types of cries. You cry in happiness. That's not what I'm talking about. This baby is not crying because he is happy. He's having some problem. So babies have problem. If babies can have problem, how come you and I don't have problems? These babies have this problem, crying several times, many times, from the morning till the next day morning. Throughout 24/7, they're likely to cry because they have problem throughout. right? So problem is everywhere. Problem is with every single one. Look at this. If this baby cries, the baby is smiling here. It seems no problems. The mother is a little bit happy. And a couple of minutes later, you hear the scream of the baby. Baby started crying. For this cry, we have many solutions. Number one would be to feed the baby, mother feeding him, or maybe a bottle of milk that feeds the baby. So you feed the baby. And other option is you provide him a tit or a soother so that the baby stops crying. Or maybe you provide a rocker so that the baby stops crying. Or maybe you provide a chocolate, then the baby stops crying. One cries, multiple solutions, and all of these solutions are provided by companies who produce the milk bottle, who produce the formula, who produces the teat, who produces the rocker, who produces the chocolate. Multiple solutions, and for each solution, multiple suppliers, multiple producers. These are all solutions that help the baby to stay calm, to stop cries. And that is a solution for the mother as well. So there are two solutions we are talking about. One solution goes to the baby straight away, that solves the problem of the mother as well. The mother is the customer here. She prefer one milk over the other. She prefer one option over the other. Whatever she does, you have business because there's a problem. Now, if you look at this, there are companies operating in different industries. If you take an aviation industry, those aviation industry, they provide solution for a problem. Now, aviation industries are fully booked and customers are willing to pay any amount of money to come home, to go home, to leave wherever they are to some other places for business, leisure, family visit, funeral, and so on. Because these customers, they don't have any solution now. Otherwise, people from Qatar should have reached your country. People from London should have reached Middle East, and no way of reaching because no flight is taking off. And you don't have any solution on your own. Otherwise, you could have done your journey on your own. You want a company to provide the solution. So these airlines companies are providing the solution for your problem. And if you are a lawyer, your customers have problems, maybe a transaction problem, contractual breach problem, criminal liabilities, accusation in the courts, doesn't matter what. If you have some problem, you might need a lawyer to appear for you to fight the case for you. So you have a problem among or between the next door. You have a problem with the boundary wall of your next door neighbor, and you don't know how to speak in the court. So that what you do, you have to find a lawyer who does the case for you, who fights the case for you, who does the documentation submissions for you. You don't know it, and he is providing that. The lawyer has the business because you have a problem. And today's COVID injection, if you take this one here, we have problem is how to stop this, how to prevent this, how to cure this COVID, corona. And the solution is an injection or a vaccine. And if you can provide that, you make the money. So there's a problem, they need a vaccine to cure patients or to prevent people from being infected of COVID. The solution is maybe a vaccine. And there are some other different things as well. There are customers, they are distressed, they are disturbed, they are stressed out, they have trauma. So you need a counselor, you need a psychotherapist to solve your problem. So you have your problem, the problem is you are stressed out, and the psychotherapist has a product, has a business with you to treat you, solve your problem, counseling you. If you take this, a car broken down, it is a problem, and personnel who can repair the car, they can repair it. And if your phone is broken and there are doctors, they can repair your phone. There are phone repairing technicians, they can do that work for you. So your problem is a product for them. Your problem, they have a solution for it. So they make the money, you pay for it because you don't know it. And on the other side, if you lose your key, and the lock is dead. So you need someone to repair your lock, so that we need someone to give you the solution. So you have a problem, that person has the skill to open your key and provide you a new key card. So it has a business for him. And if we take this COVID, I'm taking one problem. So it's clear now, the more the problem, the bigger the opportunity is. The more the problem, bigger the charge is. The more the problem, bigger the business is. Because every problem is paid with solution, and the solutions are not free. You got to pay for it. And if we take this COVID, we only have one problem, which is COVID. And due to this, the problems are many. You need the vaccine, that's problem. You need the mask, that's problem. You need the touch-free thermometer, that is the problem. You need to have the sanitizers to clean your arms and whatever things you touch in the out public places. So you need that sanitary liquid. You need to have ventilators. You need to have PCR test tubes and the kit to do the test. You need to have customers or businesses to supply you food while you're at home, because your access is limited, your shops are closed, you have to stay home. So you need some business to help you on that. So I've just brought in few solutions here for one problem. Problem is just one, but the problems are multiple of that problem. The opportunities are multiple of that problem. So if you take only this COVID, certain businesses, they went out of business due to this. But there are so many other businesses, they were about to go out of business. They picked the business. One of the business that was about to go out of business before the COVID was this Zoom kind of industry. I'm not saying Zoom, businesses like this. And due to the COVID, the world wanted people to stay home and work from home. Due to that, these IT solution providers, these conference apps, solution providers, they earned hell of money. Certain companies, they were about to go home, but because of this problem, they started producing new things, business. Because of this problem, if you take Sri Lanka here, we didn't have much of these groceries. They deliver things online. Now you see loads of companies, they started delivering things. You order online and they deliver the things to your doorstep. That is mushrooming. Okay, there are many things. There are many industries out of one problem. And I know one of the students, one of the person who is participating in my class, he says that he is a banker, and he is having his delivery bakery items, cakes. He delivers that. Okay, now all these bakeries, I heard one famous bakery in Velavata was shut down a couple of weeks ago. I think it's open now. And due to these issues, you have solutions. Okay, so one problem, you have many solutions. If you can provide those, you are the man. Now, if you drop your phone in the morning, if the phone gets dismantled like this, pieces into like this, it is a big problem to you. That day is gone. The day is gone, because you can't do anything without phone. You can't travel around. You can't be in touch with your customers. Customers cannot get in touch with you. Your boss can't speak to you. You can't speak to the boss. You can't report to the boss that you're going to be late because the phone is broken. And if you have ordered something, it is on the way to deliver to your home. When the delivery boy calls you, there is no phone answer. So much of hustle that will kill your day. So your phone, only one phone is broken. And you bring this broken phone to repair to a mechanic, to a technician. When you bring this to a phone technician to repair this, when you go there, the technician says, he welcomes your problem. He says, "Hello, sir, very good morning. Thank you very much for choosing me. And I have 99 phones already in my table to repair, and you are the 100th person today to serve after those previous 99, and I'll solve your as well. And I'm expecting more problems like this from my customers. I would love to repair 150 phones today." That is how it is, because the problem you have is your phone, one phone broken. And that mechanic or that technician, he repairs 100 problems like this, and it is not enough for him. He wants more because he has the skill of solving that problem, so that he's getting paid. So the basic is this: a problem for you is not a problem for the solution provider. The solution providers are entrepreneurs or businesses. They have mastered in providing solution for certain specific problems, and they want that problem continuously exist in the market. If you take a doctor, I'm not talking about a ethical doctor here. Doctor, if he is waiting for a patient, he wants people to get sick. That is when he goes home, he wants to bring more money. So he's waiting for patients to come to the clinic. So he wants people to get sick. And if you go to a funeral parlor where he's waiting with the coffin to sell that for dead people. Now this guy is waiting people until they die. He wants problem in families. And I'm not talking about this unethical part of it. That's how the business is. This funeral parlor is waiting people until they die. If nobody dies today, he is having no business. Okay, so he wants problem because he knows how to solve it. And you guys cannot handle one funeral. You guys cannot solve one phone. They solve hundreds of cases daily. This is how the business takes place. So if you can develop a solution for a problem, you have the money. Sometimes, as I said before, unethical thing. Now this baby is so cute, so happy, no problem. And businesses, they pinch the baby to make the baby cry, and they provide a solution. This is not right, but I'm just explaining, because certain articles I read that pharmaceutical companies, they don't want diseases disappear from the market. They want to maintain the disease in the market so that they can maintain the revenue coming in. That is very unethical, but what I say is the truth. This happens. We don't need to go to that extent. I learned one thing when I was studying my law degree. My law professor, he said one message in terms of business. Now, if you don't have any business tomorrow to appear in the courts for some customers, you just go for a walk in the night after 9 o'clock, go to your neighbor, go for walk in your neighborhood. And if you see a house like this with two plant pots by the door, what you do, you pick one of those and you drop it on the other. This door, there's no flower pot or plant pot here. You pick one of those and you drop that on the other door and you just walk away. Okay, so what you do, you take this one and you place it here. This is your neighbor in your neighborhood, you just do it. Next day morning, you keep your phone on, wait for a call. You will definitely get a call from one of those guys to go to the courts to appear for one of those guys. This here problem is the house owners, they didn't know, they never done it. You done it. You created a business for you because you created a problem and you have the solution. And if they know that you have the solution, you are the man, you make your money. And they don't know you made it. That is how most of the business is happening here. So we know clearly so far, problems are attached to solutions. Problems are waiting for solutions. If you can provide solutions, you can get paid. So managing solutions is what I'm calling managing your product. You should manage solutions you provide to your customers so that you can manage your product. Managing your product depends on new product development. You may be developing new products. Let's say this COVID vaccine is a new product of Pfizer, the pharmaceutical company. They produced this. They didn't have this 1 year ago. Now they have come up with this solution. Vaccine is a new product. And every company have product portfolio. This new product will join with that. And sometimes these companies, they have to put certain products away from the portfolio of production because those products are declining. They're not getting more market. They're not selling good. So That is again, so product management is all about bringing in new products to your portfolio and putting the declining product out of the portfolio while innovating your existing product. That is the key. Innovating new products, innovating your existing products. Now, to innovate product, I have to explain you certain theories here, certain ideas here. That is known as the zero-based thinking, zero-based practice, zero-based thinking, zero-based practice. Now, when I'm calling it zero-based thinking, when you do certain things to produce some solution, you always produce solution based on the circumstances. Okay, if you have a question today, you answer that based on the circumstance. And 70% of the solutions you found right today would be found other way around, wrong. If you make 100 decisions or 100 solutions, and tomorrow you will find out of those 100 solutions, 70 of them were not right. They were wrong because you made those solutions based on the circumstances. You might have experience on your own. Let's say you say something today, or you think some answers to your problem. And tomorrow morning when you wake up, you find your own answers totally wrong by yourself. Because you made that answer last night, it looked correct to you. That product was right to you. And the same product is wrong for the same problem because the circumstances that changes. Okay. So when circumstances change, you need to develop a new solution. Now, let's say this COVID vaccine is there, and that vaccine is providing you the solution. And the doctor says this is only 80% possibility that it may cure you, and 20% there is always risk. So always you have to carry on with all the safety, the health practices you've been practicing in the past. That is what the only thing that you could survive without any infection. So that is the doctor's advice. Now, this 80% of success of the vaccine, there is room for pharmaceutical companies to bring in 100% guarantee that you will never get COVID again. So there's a solution. There's room. Number one. Number two, if you bring in 100% solution, 100% guarantee that you wouldn't get this infection again, if you get that 100%, again, fine. But do you think this virus will not react to that? It may be 100% secure today, and the same virus will fight this vaccine in a couple of months, and they would say, you can't kill me. You got to bring in another new version of your vaccine. That is when you can control it. So there is always solutions that needs to be improved. Okay? This is why the solution, zero-based thinking or zero-based practice is this. When you do something for the first time, when you do the same thing again, you will never do the way you did that in the past. Right now, I brought in an example here. This is a bulb, and this was invented by Edison, I think. And the guy attempted to make this bulb 99 times, and he got the bulb right when he attempted it at its 100th time. That's the story. Now, when he try every time, when you try once to make this bulb, and when you try that for the second time, you would try that for the second time, knowing what you now know about how to make this bulb. Because you have already made one bulb, knowing how you made that, based on that one only, you go for the next attempt. And when you fail this next attempt, second attempt, you would attempt that for the third time, then you never apply the same thing that you applied in the first two times. Knowing what you have done, you would do something different this time. This is what we call zero-based thinking. If you do something this time, if you produce something now, and if you want to produce the same thing again, you produce that knowing what you have done in the past to do the same thing. That is what the zero-based problem is. So let me take examples on that. Now, certain problems that always survive continuously. Sometimes the problem may change as well. Sometimes one problem that has been existing since the start of the world, let's say the baby cries in the morning when they wake up, that has been here since the inception of human being in the world. So the problem is the same, but the solutions we provide for this 100 years ago different, today different, tomorrow is going to be different, 6,000 years ago it was totally different, but the problem is the same. So what we do as business people, we should provide solutions, innovative solutions, new solutions. That is when you can maintain your market, because customers, they have a mindset that they want brand new solution. Though they have one problem, they want brand new solution. Let me take a different example this time. Using a mobile phone or using a phone to speak to another customer is a problem. I want to contact my customer over the phone. Now, there are phones in the past, and there is phone now, and there's going to be phone tomorrow. All these phones are different among, and they have different solutions among as well. We used to have the phone with the cable that is connected through cables wire, and after that we had some big cell phones that is connected without wire, and after that we had smaller phones, and after that smartphones, and it is ever improving. Now it's application Android, iOS, and so on. The problem is one, you are just contacting people. Solution is different, and every solution is made brand new now, knowing what they know in the past. We know what the phone was yesterday and how we made it. Knowing that only, we're going to make the new phone, new settings, new technology, new smartphone. So the idea is, if you know a product clearly and you need to improve that product, and you have to bring that to the market with some innovation. As long as you have some innovation in your product, definitely you have the market. And how to innovate is what I'm calling. If you want to produce one product now, you should produce that much better than what you know about it last time. Last time you made the product, and then knowing what you did to make that product, this time when you want to make it, you got to do it in a different way so that you would get the innovative product. And this zero-based thinking is helping you as well. Again, if you produce something today, knowing what you did, the next production of that could happen quicker. Let's say these companies, they have taken 1 year almost to produce vaccine. These companies, they have taken almost 1 year to produce vaccine. And if this vaccine needs any improvement, or if they need a different vaccine to cure this pandemic, they're not going to take another year. They're going to take very, very less, because they know what they did in the past, and they will spend much less time here to produce a better product. If I tell you one experience that I experienced in my studies, to do one 4,000 word assignment, to do a master's, it took me months. It took me months. And that is 4,000 words. Knowing what I know when I'm doing assignments, when I was doing my PhD assignment, 80,000 words, I only took 50 days. I only took 50 days to write 80,000 words, because I know how to do assignments. Knowing what I know, if I want to produce the same thing in a big scale, it doesn't take longer time. So if you have done some production in anything, if you do the same production again, your product is automatic to improve, better solution this time, and your production takes less time as well. Less time, quicker and better, quicker and better. So let me advise you, let me take a couple of examples in here. Knowing what you now know, list 4 ways you can change your product differently. You have a product, you tell me 4 ways that you can change your product. If you can change your product in those 4 ways, you are very likely to grab customers. more customers. So find out if whatever you sell it. And if you have an idea to change that product in 4 ways, and that product looks different, and definitely you would get more customers. And next idea, knowing what you now know, list 3 new products in your business you should be involved in. Now, based on the products you sell, based on the market you are involved in, based on what you produce, based on the customers you know, what are the new products that you could bring to the business, to the market. And the next one would be knowing what you now know, list 3 old products in your business you should not be involved in. Knowing what you now know about your products, what are the products that you shouldn't sell, you shouldn't bring, and what are the products you should bring to the market. And knowing what you now know, list 3 products or services. Yeah, that is already covered. Right, so this is about the product. Now let me explain the final area of this tonight's topic. I was talking about existing product, how to improve the product, how to improve the features of it, and how to do the same product better and quicker next time. And now I'm talking about a brand new problem, how to find out a brand new problem and how to find a solution for that so that you can get some business. Now look at this. This is easy to understand. I have broken this. Today, the world is suffering from diabetes, and every single home has diabetic patients, and every single one is at the risk of diabetes. So, the diabetes is the problem. And diabetes is the result of bad food habit. It is a result of exercising habit. It is a result of your body mass index, your body weight, and it is a result of several other things, maybe the work stress, the trauma, the family problems, the monetary issues, and there are so many things that we have that can develop diabetes. And because of diabetes, you have tiredness, you feel faintish, you are tired, you are hopeless, you are lazy, you have headache. There are so many stuff that comes up. Now, if you take this picture, this diabetes is caused by food habit, your exercising habit, your body weight, your stress, and the rest of the list. And because of that, you have the symptoms. If you are tired, it may be because diabetes. And if you have headache, it may be because diabetes. So there are symptoms of that as well. Now, if you have a symptom of tiredness, Red Bull can help you. It may be not the solution to solve your diabetes. It may put your diabetes further up. Fine. However, it has a solution. And for headache, you have Panadol. And if you look at this in detail, how many solutions you have? You have Red Bull, you have Panadol, you have vaccine, you have insulin, you have metformin, you have Pediasure, or otherwise Diabsure, some supplement products, you have black seeds, you have gym, you have your weighing machines, you have all the gym items. These are all products that says that we can put your diabetes down. There are hundreds of problems here, because one problem, diabetes, there are hundreds of solutions people need. And to provide these hundreds of solutions, they have thousands of companies, organizations. They produce medicines, they produce solutions, and they come up to the market. So your duty is to find one problem in the society. Your duty is not to make a problem in the society, but to find the problem in the society. And you have to find a solution for it. If you can find a solution brand new, you are the man. All these COVID vaccine manufacturing pharmaceutical companies, they're going to be hell rich. They're going to be filthy rich. Filthy rich. Okay? Because they brought in the solution of this problem from nowhere. So, the strategy is this. You got to know the problem of the others. If you know the problem of the others, if you can provide solution for it, you have the business. So the strategy should be this: you should not provide the same solution for the same problem that is provided year long. Let's say there are pharmacies and they provide a solution, they just sell medicine. And there are so many hundreds of pharmacies in the market, they all provide the same solution, and you don't have any competitive advantage. You don't get customers, they prefer you because all of you are providing same solution. If you are a vegetable shop, every single vegetable shop, they provide the same solution. So we don't have differences in between. If I go to one vegetable shop, if I buy that, if I don't have any vegetable that I'm looking for, I go to the other shop. And tomorrow when I come to the market, I may visit either one because there's no difference. So what I say is know the problem of the others and provide a solution which your competitors cannot afford to provide. That is when you become a businessman. That is when you expect changes in your business. That is when you expect healthy revenue, big profit. So it is now clear we need problems in the society. We don't create problems, but we need to identify problems and we need to find out solutions for it. If you can find a solution, that is your business. Having said that, thank you very much for participating in me tonight. And I see you next Sunday. Thank you.